Hi, my name is Mark Stipic. I'm the work cover guy, and thank you for tuning in. Today I'm answering the question, what are continuance rates? Continuance rates are one of the performance measures where work cover agents in Victoria get either a financial bonus or they might have to pay back a penalty depending on how well they perform in this particular area. Continuance rates are directly related to the amount of time that a worker has had off work, more specifically the amount of compensation that's been paid on their claim. There are 4 continuance rates measures. There's the 13 weeks, 26 weeks, 52 weeks, and 130 weeks. There's a lot of specifics that go in between these, so I can't cover every detail, but I'll give you the brief overview. Now, when a work cover claim is lodged and accepted as a time loss claim, if a person has had more than 4 weeks off, and because I should say that there is a 4-week threshold where a claim is not eligible to receive this bonus unless the person has had more than 4 weeks off. Okay, so if a person has had, say, more than 4 weeks off but less than 13 weeks, then that's a winner for the 13-week continuance rate, for the 26, for the 52, and the 130. So it's won all 4 measures. If that same person has had more than 13 weeks off, but less than 26. It's failed the 13, but it's won the 26, 52, and 130. So that's still not too bad. Okay, so that's basically the way it works. The longer a claim drags on, those flags start to fall and they start to miss those measures. Now, I said that the continuance rates are directly tied to the amount of comp that's paid on a work cover claim. Now, assuming a claim's gone past that 4-week threshold, it doesn't just take basically a total of 13 weeks for the claim to fail the 13-week continuance rate. It does if the person's just been off work for that whole period of time. But if a person has come back to work and they're working, say, 50% of their pre-injury hours, then that's going to slow down the clock ticking on that 13-week measure. The clock's only going to tick at half the rate if they're working 50% of their hours, okay? So instead of it taking 13 weeks to fail that measure, it will take 26 weeks before they fail it. And that basically buys the agent time. It gives them a greater chance of hitting certain measures along the way. So there is an incentive there for the agents to support, even a partial return to work is good because that'll help get it across the line with winning in that particular continuance rate measure. There's a couple of things about continuance rates that I find, a bit unusual. Firstly, that 4-week threshold. It's unfortunate that the agent doesn't get a bonus for getting people back to work at week 2 or 3. Okay, bizarrely, if a person gets back to work within 3 weeks, there's no bonus under this particular measure. There's no bonus for the agent under continuance rates if the person's back at week 3. However, if they've been off for exactly 5 weeks, then it's gone over to that threshold and it's won all 4 of these continuance rate measures. And that's a big win for the insurers. They do get a financial bonus for it. So it's a bit of a bizarre situation that they are rewarded for when people have at least 4 weeks off work. That's a bit of a strange situation. The cynic in me would also worry that if a claim has failed 13 weeks and then it's failed 26 weeks and then it's failed 52 weeks, okay, we're a year down the track. Well, their next big measure is 130 weeks. The next thing that the agent's probably focusing on is making sure it wins that 130 weeks mark. But I mean, that's a year and a half further down the track. And I don't know, I'd worry that maybe certain people who are focused on those measures, does it really make any difference whether we get the person back now or we get the person back 12, 18 months from now? What's the difference? So it just might shift the focus away from having that sort of urgency around, every week off is crucial. But really, it's not really all that crucial. We've basically got another 18 months before it fails the 130, so we'll just sort of shift our focus onto that target. That's what the cynic might say. You can make your own minds up about these things, but I hope this has been interesting and helpful for you. Thanks for tuning in. If you've ever got a question for me, please don't hesitate to ask me in the YouTube comments. If I can ever be of service to you, please head to markstipic.com.au and get in touch with me.